Hi guys, today I'm going to show you another application for my 12 volt power station. So basically this power station will convert a bigger battery like this Eagle 56 volt battery to 12 volt and has a 30 amp outlet. You see this is a 30 amp outlet. So that's the regular socket plug. It's the same on your car. But this can only provide 10 amp. So with 10 amp you cannot really do much stuff. And this is a 30 amp outlet, which pretty much equal like you directly connect to your car battery. That will support much bigger product you need. So I'm going to use this high power pump, high pressure pump today to pump up this space air SCUBA tank. So that's a little SCUBA tank can give you like 10 minutes underwater. For short diving, that's good enough. And think about you only need to carry this instead of big equipment. So yeah, that's very convenient actually. I made an adapter to fill up the space air tank. So that's the adapter. That's the adapter right here. So the one side is a universal quick connector, will be connect to your pump, and another side will be linked to a spare air refuel pot right here. So this is the space. No. So this is the space air refuel connector right here. So this one will be filled up through here. It has the O-ring inside, so it will seal up. You don't really need to very fast to put it in right here. And then just connect to the quick connector. That will be fill up your tank. Yeah, like I said, so without a 30 amp outlet, I mean this little socket can only provide 10 amp, which cannot, support this high pressure pump. So this is the big pump. You think about it, can pump to a 3,000 psi. This is really something, and to link them together. You can just put the red is positive, the black is negative, and there have screws right here. Unscrew and put your wire inside and screw them up. Yeah, that's it. But I have another 12 volt battery already have this connector put on. So this is a TX60 connector. So I just put them together and then connect right here. I marked the black is negative and this is a positive, but they have marker right here. So just make sure, because in the DC world you cannot really mess up the positive and negative, and that will be cause a problem. And you just unscrew those screws. And then put the positive to the positive, negative to the negative. And tie it up. Yep, that's it. So once you plug the battery in, it will give a 30 amp 12 volt outlet. And you can just put the regulator on. By the way, I always storage like this. Since I'm in Minnesota, I'm not really dive very frequently. So when you storage the tank, I think the better way just put them separately. Think about any very little, tiny moisture inside tank. Even this is a high pressure air inside, a little moisture can grow mold right away if you don't really use like a couple of months. So that's why I always keep like this, so I can make sure it is clean, and whenever I want to use, I just fill up the air and go a little diving. Like I said, think about the scuba tank gears. That's big, and with this one you only need to carry this, and I have 2 tanks. I usually take 2 of them and go diving, and each of them can give me a 10 minutes underwater, so that's 20 minutes. Usually it's enough. Another thing I want to measure is, this is an old battery. This is an old Eagle 2.5 amp hour battery. It's pretty small battery, and I want to see if that little battery can pump up 2 tanks as well. So this is connected. I probably have to go outside, otherwise it's too noisy. But let's make sure everything works right here. Okay, so this side is already connected, and you have a circuit break on-off switch. So I put it off and plug in the battery. So the battery is plugged in, and I turn on the switch, and so whenever the power goes on, so the fan will be turned on. If I turn on first on off, it will start pump. But like I said, it's pretty noisy, so I'm gonna put outside. And we just want to say if this setup can actually, the little battery can actually pump up 2 tanks. Okay, it's pumping. Almost half of them. Yeah, like I said, it's quite noisy. So another tips, when you pump the tank, you want to put in the water for safety. Yeah, it's quite important. So if anything wrong, if the tank is full, so that's still in the water is safety. Okay, it's pumped 1 tank already. You can see this is a pop up, which means this is a fully, the tank is full. So this is a safety valve. Once it's pop off, which means it's full, and you can see it's air in there, and the battery is a little bit warm. I'm gonna measure to see what the wattage right now. Like I said, it's old battery, and it's pretty small. I don't know if it can pump 2 tanks or not. So let's find out. I use my grab power adapter for the Eagle battery. Just plug in here. Then we can, just measure the wattage. Almost 50 volt. Let me put it this way. 49.7. The fully charged is 56 volt. So I think it can pump up. It can pump up another tank. Let me move my adapter, refill adapter, move out this grab power adapter, and I'm going to pump up another tank. So I just set up another tank. You can see this is from 0, and there's no air inside. You see this 50 volt. Okay, and let's just work. Yeah, it's quite surprised. I saw that the whole battery probably can only pump up one tank, but I think it definitely can pump up 2 tanks. That's great. I mean, yeah, that's the setup I'm talking about. So you can see everything is pretty small. That's the high pressure pump, and that's your battery consider. And you don't need to carry heavy 12 volt car battery. Just use this whatever the power tool battery you have. Like this is a Eagle 56 volt, and it work like Greenwork 80 volt, and Toro 60 volt, and any bigger power tool battery you can use with it, and then go scuba diving. That's very simple setup. Well, it stopped. It doesn't fill up the second tank. You can see this is the first one. This is a fully pop up. So that's like I said, I check on the meter. It's 2,500. And I check on the meter, this one only filled around 2000 and it stopped. You see this safety valve, it doesn't really pop up right there. So yeah, like I said, that little battery is old battery. Even can fill 1 tank is already surprised me. But you got the idea, I mean. And yeah, that's my common scuba diving gears. So because in Minnesota we don't have anything to see, but sometimes I still want to go underwater, so I just use this 2 tank and slowly breathe. So each tank can give you 10 minutes something. It worked pretty well. I mean, 2 tanks, you think about 20 minutes underwater, that's definitely good enough. I mean, in Minnesota, if you live in the ocean, you have many things to see. That's probably not good enough. Yeah. Okay, that's the things. Okay, it's my power station, and that's another application you can do. Well, thank you. We'll see you next time.